You will own nothing and be happy. A statement pushed by the wealthy elites now for quite a while. What this means is that eventually, over time, ownership of pretty much anything, whether it's a house, car, or entertainment we consume on a regular basis, becomes obsolete. And we can see this based on the direction corporations are headed. These days, companies are not trying to improve their products or services. They're trying to squeeze out every last dollar out of consumers. There is a plethora of subscription giants such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, Spotify, Disney Plus, Hulu, etc. These days, you can get a subscription for pretty much anything, whether that's a laptop, streaming services, printers, phones, and furniture. Even your car radio station has a payment plan. Recently, Elon Musk announced that the Tesla's self-driving feature will be switching to a subscription paid-only option instead of being available for purchase starting February 14th in order to make more profit. Thanks, Elon. We really appreciate this thoughtful gesture just in time for Valentine's Day, kind of like a big FU to your customers. Currently, Tesla owners can buy the self-driving feature outright for about 11,000 Canadian or $8,000 American. Otherwise, it will be around 135 Canadian or 99 American to access every month. Although it is much cheaper to rent the service, you can never truly own it, even after your Tesla vehicle is paid off. It almost feels like you don't really own your car that you bought. Happy now? No, not really.
I want you to smile today.
But I don't feel like smiling.
Well, it doesn't matter how you feel inside, you know? It's what shows up on the surface that counts.
This is where they were wrong, and people are pushing back. Consumers are becoming more aware of the fact that everything is becoming a subscription and are turning to things like physical media in the form of VHS, CDs, and DVDs to replace online streaming. While services like Netflix provide a huge library with multiple movies and shows, you still don't own any of them, and also don't have a say in which movies get added or removed. This goes for all other streaming companies. Togo is a good example of a movie that got removed from Disney Plus back in September of 2024, a heartfelt tale that many people enjoyed. The reason for this? It was underperforming and it was cheaper for them to delist than to keep. Now, I understand that companies like Netflix and Disney Plus pay royalties to artists to keep them in the library, but if you're going to axe a beautiful creation like Togo, then at least make it available in the form of physical media instead of completely erasing it from existence. Willem Dafoe would have certainly appreciated that, instead of seeing his hard work go to waste. So, what made subscriptions so prevalent in today's society? Well, there are a few factors, and one of them is corporate greed. Today, many company owners are more concerned with quantity over quality, meaning that they don't care if people aren't satisfied with their products or services, but rather that they are still paying for them. This leads to a decline in consumer satisfaction while companies continue to make record profits all in the name of business. They don't care if you don't want frequent software updates in your new car because it's not really yours, you're just renting it by paying off a loan. That new recliner you got from Easy Home? Better not spill anything because it's not yours. This almost reminds me of that Dragon Ball GT episode where Goku, Trunks, and Pan rent a hotel in a mecha. I can't really show it here due to copyright, but basically, the three of them are in this hotel where everything they use, whether it's the bed, television, or shower, is pay per use, meaning that even though they paid for their stay, everything costs money. Although dystopian, this is the direction we seem to be heading. One sneaky way in which corporations squeeze profit out of you is by offering free trials, which you then sign up for with a credit card and forget about for a long time. Then half a year goes by and you notice there's a charge on your bank account statement every month because you forgot to cancel the free trial. The problem with monthly fees is that they are often forgotten about, especially if you gradually stop using the services. A popular one is gym memberships, but also includes pretty much anything previously mentioned here. But more on the topic of poor quality. Things aren't made like they used to be, and it's our fault, in part, because if we never paid for them, then corporations would be forced to adjust. This leads me to my next point, which is that we as consumers have the power to vote with our money, But in a world where you can choose convenience over quality, people usually go with what the easiest choice is. Yep, you guessed it. Despite Netflix's limited library of poorly selected movies, many still continue to pay for it because it's convenient. It's human nature to avoid doing something that is more difficult and less convenient to access. For example, you can still go to the store and find DVDs. Best Buy sells them off the rack. But it takes more effort to actually go to the store and physically pick one off the shelf than to just continue paying monthly for streaming. Spotify is one example of decreased quality, in my opinion. While yes, you get access to ad-free music, my issue is that it has become a hassle to find songs by original artists. Instead, there are covers and remixes showing up. While some of the parodies are decent, at some point it gets old quick, and I want to find original music such as the Lord of the Rings soundtracks. It's almost like Spotify doesn't want to pay artists royalties to have any of their music up. But subscriptions aren't necessarily a new concept. Before we had the internet, people paid for cable access and magazines, and we still pay for mobile plans even with a phone that's ours. Most people wouldn't bat an eye at that, because of course we do. But at what point do we ask ourselves how much of what we're paying for we actually own? This is why consumers are slowly taking action by essentially going back in time. How many people do you know who still have old cassette players, Blu-ray players, or even a turntable? Probably not very many, especially amongst younger generations. Will I be happy to own nothing? Probably not. I quite enjoy having things, such as my car, phone, laptop, and furniture, thank you very much. So what do you guys think about all this? Is owning nothing really that convenient, or will we see a shift in society? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I'll see you guys next time.